Now you have some people who depend on a piece of land for 50 odd years, 40 odd years, 30 odd years. And them come and mash down the people them house and say them they there unlawfully.
This one is the latest of the latest stepping razor, the art of war, with the legendary Mutabaruka addressing a lot in this one.
This is the stepping razor, the art of war. We're there until 5:45. We'll show the PS's video, so I hope you can stay with me. So much things are happening, we don't even know which part to start, but we're going to start with the music. We can do. And all we can do sometime is start over. And I feel it for the people them who lose them house in the storm, Melissa, and the storm at hurricane. And then those who lose them house 2 weeks ago because of some unscrupulous laws and things that govern Jamaica to rip away the heart of poor people. Them use them law continuously for really imprison the people them in a certain way. Because when they bring them law, we can't do nothing about it because it's according to the law they talk about, not according to human dignity. When it comes on to the law, it have nothing to do with human dignity. So the people them have to start over again. And no one is taking the blame. Everyone has said the other one and the other one. What are these people going to do right now, in this time? We see one member of parliament that thing, she talk something, all she do is defend the government. I said no one should blame the government. I never know if anyone would have blamed the government at the time when it done, but now that you mention the government, maybe we should have really think ahead. Because land is really a problem in Jamaica. Come on to the majority of people in Jamaica who do have nowhere to live and have to go up on land with them claims say is either private ownership or is call the people them squatter. I don't know how we become squatter in Jamaica. Warm to the people them with the thief the land. Warm to the English with the thief the land from the Spaniards. Warm to the Spaniards with the thief the land from the native African them and Taino with the there so. Thief in land. Them capture the land and come go like say them do something right and now the King of England is master of all these land. Where him get title from? Where the King of England get title from for this land where them call Jamaica? They stole it. They stole it from the Spaniards. And the Spaniards stole it from the natives. That is why when the Akompong Bridgeler say land was given to them, at that time they make a deal. Them come to agreement, a memorandum of understanding that certain part from this part to that part going to be owned by the original people that were there. And that also is a problem too, because a woolly part where the land stretched to is now occupied. And the more and more we're going to look on to go and see people coming in to take away the land from the native people. Them going to take a break and come forward. Break time.
Jamaica.
The razor, the art of war. So, we depend the king's house grounds, you know. Yeah, that me depend because, you know, years ago, I used to pick some ackee. Things about a dozen ackee him gone and them catch him and pick it and them charge him. I think them say them go to jail too. Now you see that ackee tree there, me better man any money say the governor general never even knows the ackee round the tree round there. Coming over the ackee tree there, you know. Yeah, me know the ackee tree there. Where man them build up sport thing. Forgot to them call it Miami Beach. No, right near Miami Beach. Anyway. How come that youth there got jail and get charged for pick some ackee off of him own land? Because them claim say a government property and the king's property, the king don't even know say ackee there. I don't even know if you remember even eat ackee yet. But the youth pay dearly for it. About a dozen ackee. I know say, I'm never ask the question, of anybody who drive on East King's House Road, have any of you ever seen the Governor General walking on the land at the fence, waving to people or anything like that? Never, I have never seen it. Have you ever seen the Governor General walking on that piece of land, that big grassland where the cancers used to keep? You ever seen my walk there? I'm going to even go further. Have you ever seen the Governor General walking? That's a serious thing. It's a serious thing. So all them big piece of land there, we could have planted food. All them big piece of land there, where if you want to keep land, you keep land, but it's big enough to do things with. And the one good thing them used to do is what Shaggy do with it. Make concert there and get money to help the picnic them. And the king representative said, him no want no more of that on the land. You remember that? Them lock the concert them, we used to help the children them of children hospital. Get things to them and gather up things to them. And then them claim say, them want done with that. So them done with it. And what is happening now? The land just dead there. Big piece of land in the middle of whole heap of houses and everything there. Big piece of land. Nobody know that they use the land. Now you have some people who depend on a piece of land for 50 odd years, 40 odd years, 30 odd years. And them come and mash down the people them house and say them they there unlawfully. Me know if you question what the hell is this law them a talk about? What you talking about when you talk about the law said this and the law said that? Me seriously I question all of the law them. We are tell poor people say them a squat. Yeah, squat. What the hell is squat? Squat come like when what woman chum and said to her. Squat come, I ever say you know. Squat come like when a woman in a taxi and say, driver, hold on there. And she run out of the taxi and go to the nearest tree and squat. And that me call squat. Them have the land there for years. Years the people them have the land there. And a guy just come now and say, look, I tell you no, if you left all long and you don't left, you know. Them people know how place hard to get. when you have to move from one place to the next, where you don't own no land, and you have to move continuously with your family, and when the landlord come and say, he might give you notice for move. And when the days come when you have to move, you can't find nowhere to live. You know what people in that position there? You know what people want to move from where them there because the landlord tell them to move and them can't find nowhere. Because the place where them are look for is either them too expensive or them just can't afford it. The money where them used to pay for rent, now 40 years ago, them have pay the same rent. Now them have to move, them have to pay 50 times the amount of money where them used to pay in the old time place to go. Them don't have that. And them have to move. Or else they're going to get bulldozer down like the people them. What the hell is going on in Jamaica? Why them a treat the people them so? And then I come try to tell you, say, the government do have nothing to do with it. Of course the government do have nothing to do with it because them don't have nothing to do with nothing at all. Them don't have nothing to do with nothing. And from last week, maybe I go to my bed. I go to my bed to write it, you know. And I said, no, this is not possible. It's not possible at all. And now the man come, when come for the land for do. Now me I hear a little thing say, the people them who claim ownership for the land say, them never tell the bulldozer to go down, they go bulldozer the place. And me want to hear that, or a dream is that dream. I want them Shane to hear that. Shane down the door. No, be yes. Door. You hear that, Shane?
Yeah, me hear that.
Say, the people them who supposed to own the place say, them never tell nobody to go bulldozer the house. So who do that? Who do that? Hey, watch your man. It's where going on Jamaica. Or they matter about independence. Where they matter about, when they tell independence, where they talk about. Independence from who or from what? And the same people them who used to run Jamaica are still around Jamaica. Same people them. And they're not different. But we feel like it's different because the face them change. And the same thing when I vote for continuously. And believe it's a different thing. Not change. The face of the people them change. But at the same concept, same idea, same law that govern me. Where they govern me from slavery days until now. Them say them free you from slavery. But them want you, where you must go, where you don't own no land. The same land where them free you to go upon is the next one I'm bridging them land. And I'm going to take you as slave again. I can't want you to go work on film land without money. That him can big up for himself. So the majority of African people in Jamaica is continue going from land to land and them claim say it's not for them land. The people were saying that which part of the people them land there? Where the people them land there? Where the people them land there? Or them say the government, the people is the government. Lie them a tell, lie them a tell. We take a break and come forward. ABC. The people them who claim ownership to the place said them never said no bulldozer down there. Right? I don't know if I'm me one hear it, but she just confirmed say him hear that too. Then who? How could me? Who match up the people them place? Who give the orders to match up the place with bulldozer? A courthouse business, you know, but you can't go a courthouse again, you know, because courthouse is run by the same people them who did have slavery in effect. How much years ago when them talk about them giving independence? What independence are they talking about? Everybody feel good. Them have firelight and this and that and that. yet still Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey more important than Independence Day. And all them can do for Marcus Garvey is go down a race course, we call it, Hero Circle, and lay a reed on the man grave. That's all them can do for Marcus Garvey, the most popular Jamaican, the man who has done so much for black people all over the world. And all them can do a year time is go lay a reed on them coffin, them grave. The Governor General is not serving no purpose in Jamaica. That is long time sitting. We have to forget about the King of England. Because a lot of these laws that them hold fast to is laws from them days when them used to hold my foreparents and your foreparents in slavery. And no care where you do, you can't go to court with it. Because you can't use for them law, for outrun for them law. See all them liars will defend what is happening. But the place was there and, you know, what kind of this and that was in place. And if you own it 12 years, and the government land, you have to own it 60, you have to live on it 60 years. All the madness there. According to them, if a man depend on land who is owned by a next person, and the man depend on the next person's land for 12 years, him can claim ownership. But if it is the government land, you have to depend it for 60 years. What kind of madness is that? What kind of madness is that? You depend on a piece of land for 60 years before you can say Ireland. But a man who claims a film land is so, you depend on it for 12 years and him not come feet and not do nothing. You can't claim it as yours. You know, see some crazy law. A crazy law, I mean I have no sense. It come like me not have no sense. Because the government is the people. According to what I learned, them say the democratic government, the government by the people, for the people, of the people. So the land them with the road on the place where they must say, if you live on it 60 years, you can claim it. Who would live on the land for 60 years to claim it? By the time you leave 49, you just look for dead to rotted. And your granny depended for 60 years. She can't come claim no land because she can't even move. She have arthritis, and arthritis in herself. She can't move. And you know come tell me, say, me have to depend on government land. When my foreparents them did toil and struggle upon. The only way me can claim it is if me did it for 60 years. Then me did it for 60 years. By me reach 30, I'm me did it for 60 years. By the time me dead and gone, I saw it go. They depend on man land for 12 years. And them say, if the man no come and claim it, you have the right to really acquire the land. Who for land it is? How it become watch out, a land of the power, you know. Land is power. And that black people don't know, you know. The land wars were fought for land. Every war that them fight for is land them a fight for. Them have a big one go on now in Iran and America. The Strait of Hormuz or what they want to call it. It's land, you know, if you don't have water upon it, so no. They might try to figure out who own that piece of land. All of the war, the Chinese will fight for Taiwan because them say Taiwan is part of them countries for them land. The Russian them a fight the other people them. It's land. Land is the power. Land is the business of power. If you don't have the land, you don't have no power. You can't chat, you can't talk. You can't in a rent house continuously and say your land. Because when the man come, I'm going to say, you have to move in because he want to upgrade in place. And then I tell you they want to upgrade. And then you have to move. But you can't find nowhere to go. Because when you used to pay $10,000 for a piece of that house, the man that come now, he want you move because he want to put the champagne on it and charge $50,000 for it. And if you can't tell him, say, all right, pay it and me pay the $50,000. Because most of the people don't have $50,000 to pay. You know what rent house at Kingston? You know what thousands of dollars some house we used to rent for $40,000. You go there now if you ask a man how much for it, I'm tell you $100,000. So if you don't man him want to move, it's not like say most people want to just control your place. I can't tell you where you say the government say your place. Them want to move, but the way the thing go now, it not work out for them.
Are we independent?
Doctor pleaded guilty in the Home Circuit Court last month to charges relating to an elaborate mortgage and real estate fraud scheme which targeted several Jamaican financial institutions. She is 30-year-old Chloe Duet. The charges are conspiracy to defraud, 2 counts of altering forged documents, demanding property on forged documents, possession of identity information, obtaining property by false pretense, and use of criminal property. Duet was among several persons arrested earlier this year following a complex multi-agency investigation led by major organized crime and anti-corruption agency MOCA. The agency said Duet is part of an organized criminal network that used fraudulently obtained genuine documents, forged identification documents, and fictitious identities to circumvent security systems and the financial institutions. The alleged fraud is estimated at $600 million. Duet has been remanded into custody until October 30 for sentencing, while proceedings against the other accused persons remain before the courts. The government is moving closer towards construction of a major transformation of the National Heroes Park and Parliament Precinct following almost 5 years of detailed planning and stakeholder consultations. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness said the project will extend beyond the 51-acre National Heroes Park to include the Heroes Circle Road network and regeneration of the surrounding corporate area. He says the consultation with communities, landowners, and other stakeholders are nearing completion, after which construction is expected to begin. The Urban Development Corporation has been tasked with executing the project. The vision is to consolidate key government agencies within a purpose-built campus for Parliament and other government facilities, forming part of the long-term development of the area. In news overseas, the mayor of Ukrainian capital Kyiv says Russian latest attack on the city marks the first time in several months critical infrastructure was purposefully attacked. The BBC reports that at least 17 people were killed as blocks of flats and warehouses were struck across the city overnight. A children's hospital and school were also damaged and more than 40 people injured. The mayor warned residents that they may experience a disrupted supply of hot water as a result of the attacks. The mayor also claimed that Ukraine continues to face a shortage of air defense missiles. Finally, Reporters Without Borders said 2 French journalists detained in Togo since last month have been charged with false declarations. This despite the men having the correct documents to work there. According to the BBC, the journalists were filming a documentary in northern Togo for a French television when they were arrested on July 27. France's foreign ministry confirmed the pair's detention, adding that they have been visited by French officials 3 times. Authorities in Togo have yet to comment. Togo has faced criticism for clamping down on free speech, with several foreign journalists detained in recent years. Those were the local and international headlines. Major news.
I hope that they make provisions for the people them who live in Alman town and surrounding areas, and don't fall now into a next thing where you displace the people them, and the people them don't have nowhere to go after years of living around there. So we have to go watch that too. We have to watch that We don't trust them. We don't trust them. Because they want Jamaica look a certain way to impress upon foreigners. They will give the people them notice. At least them supposed to give them notice already, but them not supposed to give them no notice, you know. Them supposed to find somewhere to put the people them. And I just give people notice and left them to the whims of another landlord. Them are going to build up certain things around them to make the place look different. I not fight against it, you know, I just say. The people them who there on Almontown must be put in a place where it's decent enough for them to feel comfortable and don't feel no way because them have built up all sort of thing around a hero circle. It's a terrible thing. But we just hope that because them say the government had do this. And a private people and the government have go upgrade the whole around a hero circle. And we know so they must touch Almontown. Them can't build up nothing around this and not touch Almontown. Because them never build up these fine buildings and then no left how Almontown look there. And we know people who born around there. Woodford Park, Almontown connected. Me used to live around there. Me grew up around there. And me see my mother did have to move out of one house because the rent get too high. And the weirdest thing is that the house where she live in now, the one where she move going and live is cross the road. And she move out the thing them at the night. Cross the road she move go. So we have to watch that. We have to watch that because now them advertise it. So them are going to do these things. We have to watch what them are going to do, you know. Because I tell you, these people cannot be trusted. They cannot be trusted. Them is servant for the people them, but them are going like them are the boss. Anyway, we will stand by to hot pick and catch one special pot draw up next.
See your small business grow with a small business loan.
You know, it really, all that now start buggle my area now, you know, when me hear say the government are going to do that. The government are going to do that, it a buggle my head. Because that's another thing them have.
Welcome to the Supreme Venture.
Have a brand new vibes are going up for Skyline. Everybody knows for Skyline the buy now. Yes, Skyline up now. Jackson there last week. It was a wonderful launch, yes. So this week again, we will be there playing music again with artists as usual. It's a different kind of vibe because the artists them don't only sing, but them also get opportunity for explain themselves in terms of them philosophy and them opinions. So that is good because you know, usually hear an artist I talk about what and why and when him do these music that him do. So these young artists will be featured there. David Slore, call him. He will be doing some tracks and speaking. Javize, I don't know if I call him these names right, you know, because them have a way to spell it different. Javize, him also will be there, and Naki will be there, plus I will be there, and that's Skyline Drive. That Friday, yes, different kind of vibes, so we'll pursue you up there. We're going to take a break and come forward, break time. After a while, I'm going to clear over there, so you know. You hear what we're talking about, so just keep that in mind, okay? By them too.
But when some people lay down on a cup at night, when the mosquito them a bite, and them in a darkness cause them not have no light, them no see no roof or ceiling over their head. All them see is tarpaulin instead. People bawling under tarpaulin. And when them wake up tomorrow morning, them still homeless, feeling hopeless, distressed, wondering how the hell them end up in this mess. Uncomfortable, miserable, vulnerable, exposed to the elements from all directions, dreams blown away with their earthly possessions, dejected and feeling rejected, never expected to be neglected by the elected, still waiting for dwellings to be erected. It's not pretty, it's not cute. Big, smuddy and little youth destitute, just a catch-like tree without root, facing the truth that they have been abandoned. People bawling under tarpaulin, but the authorities them stalling. Whole heap of money sent, but only a little toops of it spent. Less than 2%. But the powers that be take you and me for idiot, for fool. Take the whole away for buffoon, like we are big-head bud we're born behind cow. I tell we say them are gonna fix things soon, when things should have well have fixed by now. Them comfortable enough for them residents with them ceiling, floor and concrete wall. Me have for wonder if them think about the people living under tarpaulin at all. And them not care what we say, them are the things them own way. Oversight get a fight and take flight, accountability get parked, transparency gone for a walk, and if you open your mouth and talk, the tribalists and the troll, when they pan them payroll, come out with guns blazing to the comments sections, racing, raging, tracing, and I say, you're there on the other side. But the whole of them can move them backside, cause money are flow and dollars are run, but the people under tarpaulin get little or none. But how come? Because of we. Are just reality. Are just fact. And we sit down and allow all of that. Some of it tribal and make excuse. Some fit oppose but not have no use. Some sit on the fence, some hide behind wall and not say nothing at all cause them not have no balls. Hey, too many away in the east and the middle. While Roma burn, I play with a fiddle. With a dash with complacency, next time it could be you and me. So nobody go and think and weak out and keep on your mouth. The whole of it turn up strong and speak out. Make up noise, protest, keep talking and don't rest. Demonstrate and advocate. For the people bawling under tarpaulin.
Boys school feature here. So Alpha is one of them places where give rise to whole heap of musicians where here play music right now. Technically, we're not talking about computerized. Them get them beginning and them learn it. Alpha Boy School. So we want to hear up. Who's on the line here from Alpha Boy School? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's Joshua Chamberlain, Special Project. Alpha School of Music, yes.
Yes.
How are you, sir? Great to be
here. Yeah. So, by the way, how long now Alpha Boy School is in runnings? So, from my opinion, I go Alpha Boy School.
Well, from you speak about technical, I must say, technically speaking, the Alpha Boy School did close in 2014. That was the residential program. In 2014, the government stopped sending children to residential care in such great numbers, so a lot of private children's homes like Alpha did close, but it reopened right away as a day school, and that is continuing until today. And it continues with the foundational theory practical training all the way up to an associate degree in music performance for men and women around the country.
So it's still taking in students from anywhere to teach. You teach them.
Absolutely. It still has the community program for at-risk youth. It still has that program, but it started a new program because what we realized is that with the new day program, we don't have 10 years like Alpha Boys School used to have. Yeah. So that you come in at Alpha at 8, you leave at 18, you're a professional. Nowadays, if you come out of high school, you don't have that kind of training. So you need extra time. So Alpha has created this Alpha School of Music, which creates a vehicle to do music for high school graduates, man and woman, out of high school, to get that foundational training, but also get the professional skills, both in performance and Muta. They also do technology. So Alpha has a recording studio on campus, technology lab on campus, but the best part is, you have to do an instrument to have access to that. So, yeah.
All right, so what, all right, for instance, if somebody wants to come to the school, how they get into the school?
Well, still 26 South Camp Road, same address since 1880. And you can come by in person. Online is alphamusicja.com, and it says apply. You can also call 561-4184, WhatsApp line as well. So it's really, we want everybody. As I say, we can take you from zero to hero, and that is because you just have to have a passion for music. You need to be able to demonstrate that. So there is an audition, but if you can demonstrate basic, fundamental ability to understand tempo and things like that with an instrument, there's a place for you. And we will teach the basic theory, we'll teach the performance, and there will be a point where you need to decide if you want to focus on performance or technology. But still, you have to do the instrument all the way through. It's a band program. It's amazing. The band program, what it means is that by the time you leave Alpha, if you've been there for 3 years, you've been playing with the same people for 3 years. You are a tight-knit group, and you're literally ready for the road. So you don't just learn skills, you learn the professional ways of doing music. And it's been very, very, very exciting to watch.
You know, they have a history of the school with the sisters who used to be the teachers there. They still have sisters there. That is a thing of the past.
It's definitely still there, but it's not there in the numbers they used to be. You know, at one point, I'm told there used to be 90 nuns, 90, having lunch on the campus. Nowadays, you're lucky if you see 3. It's a different situation now, but the Sisters of Mercy the Sisters of Mercy are still it's still their guidance, it's their vision. You know, they said we want to invest in music. Alpha is now the most modern music school in the English-speaking Caribbean. It's also probably the oldest because of that. But they are, and the way they do music, Muta, is fantastic. It's literally, what do you need to get this done, and let's do that. It's such a nice vibe. It's like music for music's sake, you know. They're still there. They're not there in the numbers that they used to be, but they definitely are leading the program.
I'm going to ask you, given the advance in technology and music and thing, and we see the youth them now is turning to computerized. Anything where the normal instrument can do, the computer can do it. Is the school into computers and thing, or they just stick with the instruments like drums and guitar and thing?
Alpha is a band program, so the instrument, the traditional instrument, violin, guitar, bass, drum, keys, trumpet, trombone, saxophone, flute, that's the way you experience, that's the way students go to the program. But Alpha and the sisters have embraced technology. So there is every student has to do a sound system performance class, for example. Sound system performance, yes. And Alpha has a history. So Sister Ignatius had a sound system. And it was, Ilawi, for example, says Sister Ignatius taught him how to play sound. Johnny Osborne used to help set up the sound for Sister Ignatius. So it's a part of the Alpha culture. And we now have a sound system on campus. And there's a required course called Sound System Performance, where students learn how to set up, take down, troubleshoot the sound. So there's also a disc jockey class. We have a technology program where students learn Logic, Pro Tools, and Ableton. And they get to choose when they enter the associate degree. Do you want to focus or concentrate on the performance, traditional music, traditional instrument, or do you want to concentrate on the technology? And they can choose that. So last year in May, I sat in on the final project of a technology student whose final project was a remix of a Sanchez song. Yeah. That was his senior project that we graduated. We also do live mixing and training in that. So we have a full-time technology coordinator just focused on making sure that young Jamaican musicians have access to these tools, how to use them, and also how to create with them. We're not just teaching you how to use it. We want you to create and make something better. Yeah. So it's very much about the future as much as the present.
All right, so how you get funded? I mean, for so much years, it keeps going on and on. How is it funded?
It amazes me too, to tell you the truth. When Alpha was an orphanage, it was funded primarily by the government, and every child that came into the program there was a certain amount that the government provided, and then Alpha and the nuns were able to supplement that with extra support. When they closed the home, that funding stopped. So there is a tuition to go to the school. If you come in off the street, there's a tuition to go to the school. It's competitive, so it's something that, well, we know it just because it's competitive doesn't mean it's doable. So we try our best to make sure that everybody who needs the education and wants it and says they're passionate and demonstrate that has access to music education. That is the Sisters of Mercy commitment. And so I spend a lot of my time talking to people in Jamaica and out to make sure that the tuition that students need to cover is covered. But we also do other things. We still make things, so there's the shop. If you go online, there's a shop and a shop on campus. We sell T-shirts. Alpha is going to a festival. So some students and staff are going to a ska festival in Virginia, Supernova Ska Festival, 10,000 ska fans. And Alpha is the only Jamaican representation at this festival.
Can you believe that?
Sorry?
Can you believe that ska originated in Jamaica and there's no ska band here? That is on them level there. I mean,
Alpha, we just made a new shirt that actually says Ska Lives, because ska lives at the Alpha School of Music, I would say.
Yes.
From day one, they do ska, and I'm very glad, excited to tell you that when our students go, they come back, and we now have students that are composing ska music. So it's Alpha is reconnecting with these music and with the international way of doing things. So it's really quite exciting, and it's very much alive and growing and doing great job with getting young people into the industry and into the industry in brand new ways. Performer, teacher, technology person, producer, sound engineer, all of that is at Alpha.
You go to Europe, and you talk about the ska festival. There's a lot of them in Europe, and there's no Jamaican band on it. They used to have the Scatterlights, but a lot of the Scatterlights original, they pass away. So you have new ones, but the new ones that is in it, it's not Jamaicans. It's the same Europeans who do it.
Well, you know what? Some part of the challenge is not, for ska music, saxophone, trumpet, trombone are really, really important.
Yes.
And there are not as many people playing those instruments anymore, which is part of, I think, of the challenge. Because in order to play authentic ska, you have to have these instruments.
You have to have arms, yeah.
You have to. And when we go up to Supernova in Virginia, there's 8-piece, 9-piece band from all over the world.
Yes.
And they're very committed to the authentic way of doing it. You've seen it in Europe, etc. So
the trombone is a very important part of the ska.
I'm so glad you did that.
Dan Drummond was the king of trombone, could I say,
He was a virtuoso, I guess, for the world, and he left this legacy thankfully. And Alpha is committed to not just playing it, but also growing it. So I'm very glad to say that with some support from an overseas supporter, we're able to bring a trombone specialist, a doctor of trombone from Troy University in Alabama. He arrived yesterday, and he's going to be working with Alpha. He's going to be working with Alpha Academy. He's going to be doing brass class after school for high school students in the area. He's also working with Montego Bay teachers. And Negril, we're working with Mount Airy Primary School in Negril to develop a primary school program to get young people involved in brass early, which is really going to be the key. So Alpha is doing things not just on campus, not just for the student, but really for the culture and investing in it. And it's very exciting because I do think you'll start hearing it soon. And we do expect that with this intervention, it's really one person, one teacher can have a lot of impact. So we expect that to start coming and making an impact on the music. And you'll begin to hear that soon. So it's something that we need to do, we need to keep doing.
All right. If somebody asks what would be your greatest
do Jamaican music the Jamaican way and take classes with Alpha students from Alpha teachers, there's a way to do that even if you're not in Jamaica. And so we want everybody to know that Alpha is open. Alpha is doing amazing things, and it's for men and women in Jamaica and out.
Well, I really give thanks for hear that the school is still running. Kind of from my youth, Sister Ignatius was the one, like an hero. You know, I don't know.
Did you know her too?
I don't know her personally, but I know of her, you know, because I used to go to Roman Catholic Church, and at the school over across the road, Alpha Academy, that is where a lot of the sisters was, you know, a lot of them was over there, you know, and Rectory, that is behind Catholic Church there. Them used to go over there too, but it really stand up.
I think the impact of the sisters, because, you know, Alpha has rules, and that's, Alpha's known for rules, and they still do, but Alpha's very much a modern school now. But it's really interesting to know how the sisters, and even with the rules and all those things, produce the most creative, independent-minded people. So I think that as to go through that is a blessing. And that culture is still there, and it's only there, but it's here in Jamaica. So, you know, it's something that is very worth protecting, preserving, and celebrating. So I give thanks for your interest in it, and everybody listening who thinks that, you know, this is a worthwhile endeavor as well.
It's just the other day I was saying that every radio station in Jamaica every day should be playing something from the ska era, the Rhapsody era, and the reggae era. Every day them should be. We're not telling them to flood the airwaves with it, but the people them and the DJ them on the radio should be able to find some ska music and play it in a them program as part of the education of the youth them that coming now. And I'm glad to hear you talking that way, that the student them is going to foreign now to take part in one of the biggest ska festival them, you know. That's great.
It's an eye-opener. You would love it. Yellow Man is performing this year, actually. So you'll have Alpha on stage, and you'll have Alpha, you know, in the crowd. We host a booth at the Supernova Ska Festival where people come and we talk to them. It's serious music. It's really quite cool. And I must say that ska music gets people to dance in ways that other music cannot. And there's just something very, very authentic and real about that.
Yes. It's really good. Anyway, give thanks. Give thanks for that. Give thanks.
Thank you. Love it. Cool.
Yeah, that was very inspiring there to hear that the school is still up, and that they are sending youth to take part in one of the biggest ska festival, that is the Supernova. That's great. Yeah, that's really great. We love that. Anyway, we're not have a break time. Okay. We can't tell you say we're not having the lawyer this week, so we will take phone call. Stepping razor.
Why we there, man? I read the program, man. I will take you, you know?
Yeah, man, give thanks, man. Oh, no,
yeah, man, we there, man. I do that, man. For the work, man. We work again, you have work, you know,
what kind of work you have about?
We work on some garage, man. Somebody work on it.
Body work?
Yeah, I've tuned out the vehicle, and I'm much up on it. Man, I'm drive to watch for the road, and I'm much up the vehicle.
All right, the road bash up the vehicle there.
What about anything particular to tell me no motor?
The road is terrible, man.
Yes, I say. So what is that you
yeah, man, give thanks, Bridget. Larry, give thanks.
Yeah.
No, man. What that? Turn off your radio, man.
No, man, if on the road, we park up, and they're all this time. They're on the road. But
you have some disturbance, man. You have some disturbance.
Question to Muta. When they send that guy to jail for the month for their kids, what was the reaction of the church?
The church not no reaction about it.
The clergy people.
Them not no reaction. Them not no reaction about it. More than go to jail.
So everything, the good thing, you and Carbo and Jerry just give the spirit, because I tell you, black people not learning Muta, they're not learning all. You are trying to educate them and tell them, listen, look here, man. This man upstairs who not seat in a politician, and waste of time on a fair to himself, who not to unite. Everything in a Muta. If a police shoot a boss man Muta, is a poor black man. I bet you any money. If a police shoot a taxi man,
rich man no drive bus.
Eh?
Rich man no drive bus, man, and taxi.
No, but Muta, we are the majority. Everything that I'm right out of many one people. Everything that is bad are we. Everything that is bad. For person come and say, man, 60-something man, I'm doing farming. I got a man, I said, can't apply, can't go on lifetime now work. Everything that is bad is against us. Everything. And you hear the Governor General just, Muta, I know 80% of Jamaican people don't know the Governor General. I tell you that, Muta. So you're right when I say no walk around, I call it a walk around and hear the people, the public servant.
No, wait there. I expect him to walk around the road, you know. I talk about in a yard, King's House grounds. You never see the Governor General on the King's House grounds.
Never.
On East King's House Road, and look out, just look out, you know.
Never go up East King's House, even a football field, and you never see him. Never ever. I'm want to know. See there the teacher them about now. What is the purpose of the governor? Can I lie? Tell me, what is it that we get from the governor? They are paying $34 million, and I say yes. We pay him $34 million and we make $100 million from him. What is the purpose then to represent people who are stepping our ancestors through? We feed our baby trying to get that. And on JPFM, people are come on the road and talk foolishness motor.
You know, say Maba in Signal, on him clothes where a white man have him put in on the neck of black man.
I have a picture I have a picture in my house and I kind of tear down when you people brought to my attention.
Yeah, man.
You see me? And I tell you, I hope the Rastafari people
still have it. Them still have it.
Because we will not get them education from the churches. Everybody just quiet. Muta, one time, couple years ago, me I done then, and my brethren married a Providence Church again. And we did it. By the time the sermon finished, I said, kiss the bride and thing. And them are going to sign. Before the man don't kiss the bride, the pastor, and they know about to the man. I know, I sat there, two of my brethren beside me, I'm saying, money marks the man. But I'm going to say to my brother now when everything sign off and the groom come to us, say when the pastor lean over, when Max say, I'm a brother, I'm start by him, I say, I'm money, I say, one flat thing there. And I say, you're right, you know. Motor among the people them are glorified. And I tell lie on them interested in the black people and this, that. Because the two political parties for blame Motor. The two political parties for blame. That's why I can't like PJ Motor. Because PJ came bridging 100 million waiver, the shell thing there, and come back at them coming up on a Motor. Move the subsidy half a cursing eye will benefit poor black people. PJ Patterson did that after him waive 100 million of our tax-paying money to his friends and take out the cursing eye, thing there, subsidy for the cursing eye. So whosoever sit down, I expect this thing from politicians. I even take it up until this very minute. And today we are talking about it. Successive politicians do not address the land situation. Poor parents die for this land, they slave for this land. Our government general take our money and represent people. We are stepping our poor parents there. And we still have PM and I give big cap. But for what? What are we achieving from the present the action of the government general? Because we still need our visa to go into that. And they never object to that Motor. So what is the purpose to give friend them job? Eh? Say Andrew, I'm in the speech of Motor. I know I'm not talking and say, alright. I'm going to cut up. We have no fire land. I'm going to cut up the land and give it to the people. But I'm tell you, Motor, they will not do it. And I see anything wrong because they cut up the land, Motor. The building them where I put up, the apartment them where I put up. To depreciate them rent. And you're right, 100,000 rent Motor. Yeah, you see some place that rent for 50,000 Motor, I'm shit there. If you have 100,000 Motor, and it's like I said, I'm sorry, that you have to pay for it. And that is what PNP represent and JLP and talk about and love people. You understand?
What's the other Ronald Mantown now?
Alright, for put up parliament. Why they not develop a place? They don't say a free Motor.
But that's
Parliament Motor.
Yeah, I know what the Parliament out there, but it's a circle. You understand? It's a circle, you know. So,
but we can't buy it. You remember them do 2 root pen in a Motor. Take our housing trust money and build a root pen and before them give it to the people and Motor. Me I guess you understand that 80% of their apartment around a root pen. Well, our housing trust money built owned by foreigner Motor. Good source I get it from. Another thing there, the office I get it from. 80% of the apartment of our money when them use tipping and bill roof rent owned by a foreigner. I tell a man I pay education tax, I'm not paying to go to school, I'm still have to pay school fee. All that. Yeah. 2 pen like battery, you have to pay tax really now for what? We don't have no road, garbage step on road, we don't have no water. I'm going to tell you, them now go fix the water thing, Motor. We have to do that because what? Go in the supermarket, we just come from the Motor.
Oh, we're going to fix it, tell me.
Eh? We have to take over our country, Motor. We have to take over our country.
We're going to do it. We're going to take it over.
Well, first, we feel the only solution to win the heart of the police and the soldiers and make them know that we are with them. But as you know, the police and the soldiers are there to protect them. No, we have to find a way to win the police them out because the police them and the soldiers most of them just as brainwashers. So
you have an idea how you win them out?
No, we have to leave that to the educated people in a Motor. I believe that educated people can be rational and them thinking can be practical. And being practical, they can know make the thing look realistic to the person and say yes. Because them people are not sense Motor. They don't have any sense because there's something to them a bulldozer people Motor. And we still have, remember I tell you, we have behave like say it is business as usual, you know. If this gets shut down, the next day we'll be like business as usual. If that time we are when I'm a standard mutas, I feel we are standard because most of them are coward. Look for Ministry of Education. Billions of dollars can't get account for. Ministry of Health. Billions of dollars can't get account for. And nobody say, well, who sign off on these money? There's no receipt, nothing for sure where these money go. Nobody. And when poor people go pan and I notice, anytime poor people do anything, people are coming and talk about you for work. Them love freeness. A politician love freeness and who know we're rich. Who know? Because a politician gets free car, free house, free grocery, free entertainment. And them allow and them let them professional job for the government job. So freeness them love. Very bad line.
Hold on, man. We don't call people names for Rasta. You may ask, you know. You tell me, say. Yeah, we laugh, you know. We can't
black people love freeness.
You say black people love freeness.
Hey, England don't love freeness.
Well, I want to tell you, you know. When you really check it, you know. You say black people in a Jamaica, I'm not talking about nowhere else now, because Jamaica, you know. You say, when them want, them buy it. You see, when them need, them beg it. So it's not you find some with a whole heap of poor people now, them buy what them want and beg what them need.
Beg what them need. We're ambitious, Muta, just a system. The system is fair to keep it down.
There's a time now that you get money to buy what you want. Or you get money to buy what you want.
No, I guess probably
all them get the whole on. Every one of them show there where you see a keep, you know. Cock, you know, all of them dance one.
All of them, yeah.
Skin out and when you look at the woman, them the clothes for them have on. I don't know cheap clothes them have on.
With the stretch and the suicide rate.
No, excuse no them.
No, I'm not justify it no Muta.
Excuse no them, man.
Muta.
When a girl or a young lady can buy something where you see them never have on clothes on the road, a drunk carnival, and no people are wear panty. And shorts. Panty them a wear for shorts. Panty them a wear for shorts. And dear to expensive. So me ask you know. Them people they know what them are doing, you know, them have sense, you know. When them want to look good, and look how much of them have a ball now when school are open. So them now have the money to do this and that.
Yeah, that's right, Muta.
You know that makes you know, so.
Muta, wait now. I believe if the government cannot provide basic necessities for the people, something wrong. Because I tell a man, when I call me, one man would offer center. My father said, because my father used to live in a senior portion, going up pipe because the bed up and the man would offer center. I hear him say nothing as a black man. You hear him say nothing?
Resign now, so now
you hear him say nothing? And black people, the average black people don't want to spot Muta. And Andrew Hall is dead and Mark was dead and talk. With them followers and them teen and compare that defend it enough. And defend it enough. And ask, tell Muta, we can find some money and bet. There's no politician successive and no, there's not a politician without land. Go down to Beaumont. Go Beaumont and see the building we put up recently. Go in front of Beaumont Sports Center, sleeping up the recently. I mean, betting the money, say, I'm an average man from ghetto owner, a politician, I'm not calling him, a farmer queen.
All right, I know why I call on him. I know why I
call on him, Muta. And then they are going Muta. And I feel like
we don't hold on, man. You did a long time ago for the advertisement. All right, sir.
Long night, yeah, man.
Yeah, all right.
So yes, guys, Coach One was really an interesting reason with the legendary as it is. I hope you guys did learn something, and don't forget to leave an honest opinion down in the comment section.